From herbal products to orthodox medicines, experts say there is still no clinical evidence that penile enlargement pills work. There is a craze in search of penis enlargement creams. Products have taken over the internet with ads of improving penile size. The key assumption is that women want to enjoy long-lasting sexual performance, while men want to impress women with the size of their manhood. So the search for penis enlargement creams and oils. Is it real or just a myth?
Their main problem is that they feel they are small. Now, who determines what is small and what is enough, what is big?
I prefer the natural one because having a big penis doesn't mean you can satisfy your woman.
As we've not had that experience, but we know that it exists.
They do it to the extent that sometimes the ladies will give you the names of, they recommend some of the things to use or some of the bitters. We have bitters. All these things are part of it. And no man, I bet fine.
After the inquiries, I decided to join the team of selling penis enlargement and premature ejaculation oil in capsules.
Natural, I don't know what you mean by natural. If your penis was of a certain size, then you took in other medication and the penis increases, then it doesn't remain the same natural. And so I think that there are likely to be some repercussions taking or enlarging your penis.
The advent of online marketing platforms have created a safe space for the selling of sexual enhancement drugs, including penis enlargement medicines. A lot of products now have ads displaying on websites to attract consumers. Some common phrases on the internet are: do you want to increase your banana? Do you want to increase your manhood? Do you want to increase your penis size? Our story takes interest in Adipa, a young female student in Winneba. Adipa sells penis enlargement drugs. Gigi is an African online marketplace that provides buyers and sellers with an avenue to meet and exchange goods and services. This is the platform Adipa uses to sell her penis enlargement medicines. Though online marketing platforms reach a larger consumer base, Adipa has a different view for selling online.
People feel that if they know you and they come in for such things, you know their problem. So they prefer going to maybe Gigi and then they will search.
Interestingly, she has her own thoughts about such drugs and believes that the drugs work perfectly for her clients.
Okay, so all my clients, all my customers, I don't know them, they are strangers.
While medical experts have their own knowledge about these drugs,
I mean, anytime you mention it, it's almost hilarious. You know, the thing is that our hospital here, we see lots of students, lots of young students that come to the consulting room, and usually dilly-dally around one complaint or the other. Eventually, they hit the nail on the head. Their main problem is that they feel they are small. Now, who determines what is small and what is enough, what is big? You know, when you look at the majority of them, they tend to have average size penises, but because of conversation and what friends have led them to believe, because of what they are seeing on the media, what they are watching either through pornography or whatever materials they are gathering, they have an overly anticipated or expectant idea of how large a penis should be.
Men want to increase the size of their penis to impress their ladies, because some ladies complain about the penis being small or large. So some women prefer large penis. So they do that to impress their women.
And they resort to all sorts of either exercises, dieting, creams, drugs to go a little bigger than naturally they would be. From what I've seen and the little that I've gathered, the impression is that this becomes a myth.
As I said, I've never experienced it. I only heard. But as to whether it is true of what people are saying, I can't testify that it's a myth.
As to whether you can achieve the full length of what you are looking for, it's all very mythical. And to that extent, it's difficult for me to confidently say or say otherwise that penile enlargement is something that really factually you can gather data on and determine that, oh, he's increased by this millimeter or this centimeter.
Yeah, I've heard it on TV.
Oh, for me, it is real. That is the reality we are living. People take it to impress ladies, and I have seen people do, of which personally I'm part of it. So for me, it is not a myth. We are living the reality and we are relishing the moment. So penis enlargement, it is real. Yeah.
Okay, so one day I was there and I was doing some research on my phone and I saw penis enlargement products and I said, wow, let me go shoot and make inquiries about it. So after the inquiries, I decided to join the team of selling penis enlargement and premature ejaculation oil in capsules. So that's how I started everything. Yeah, I asked a lot of people about it, those selling it. I asked them first before starting. Yeah, it does.
Penis enlargement. I only heard it, but as to whether it really happens, I can't testify.
Well, for me, it is not a myth. It is something that people are practicing, and I'm a victim. I took some, but the results I don't know whether up to now it's made the 10 increase or not. I don't know, but adolescenthood comes with some kind of So for me, I think maybe if it's increased for me, I didn't see. But for me, yes, I took it. Hey, I took it, man.
Young guys like that, we have a perception like about with them meaning, so we have to do something so that we can weaken the lady or something. I think that is the perception of most guys.
Maybe.
And so if it has worked, then you should know.
Honestly, the day I took the thing, some feeling I was having inside, and it went down there. It went down there a bit, and that thing is called tintini. And I think it's the root
Not
of
the enlargement.
No, it is. So the moment you chew that thing.
Okay.
Mine was, I had an instant feeling that particular moment. But as to whether the thing enlarged, that one, I don't know.
As to the truth behind being able to enlarge it or not, there's lots of room to debate it,
Unless maybe a lady can tell. A lady who has.
Some people buy and then later they'll come and buy another one. So just imagine if you don't wait, definitely they won't come.
When did we start?
2 years ago. That's 2020. Yeah.
So have you sold penis enlargement to some people?
Oh, a lot.
But did they show you pictures?
Of their dick. No.
We decided to call one of her anonymous clients to confirm if the drugs he bought from her has really worked.
We confirm if truly the penis enlargement products work.
Patiently, we tried many times.
The number you're calling is busy. Please. Calling is busy.
and finally got him.
Evening.
Good evening.
Mahoye.
Hello.
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 I need a friend too.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Maybe I show me someone can. Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Evening.
What about today?
Nyame adom na say.
You want to rubber?
Oh, maybe nyame adom on Saturday.
Oh, but no matter. Say they say it's been time you are the problem boy.
Yeah, some more.
Is it good at night?
And you say 160.
1660.
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
And that should be over.
Sorry. You know, but why?
But the sao which I know me one difference and
oh, me die no. Say, but what if I say they are I can't say married. You don't have me married bench
yeah.
David.
We did not so.
You like it for a long time, was a minute.
Yeah.
Why? It actually increases the drive.
Oh, okay.
How do I say?
Yeah,
So far, it makes you want to have more. But the liver, it's like you become more calmer.
Oh, okay.
When you take it, you become aggressive. You want the thing more. But when it's not there, I just don't know which will behave.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. Anyway, do the over.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
So apparently she saves the contact of the client with his location where he resides, which is Ejisu. So according to Adipa, once you apply the cream or oil, the augmentation of the penis becomes permanent.
It depends on how you want it. If you want it, maybe it is this, and you want it to be like this, you can just take one bottle or two. But maybe if you want it to be like this, you have to buy more.
That's a very interesting perspective. You know, whether they do or not will definitely be a question for the user to answer. Now, medically, I don't know of any cream or drug that are licensed for penile enlargement per se. But you know, there's always the black market, and people who are so-called sexologists and whatnot that give all these, whether it's aphrodisiac, whether it's sexual enhancement creams and all sorts of additives. But as to whether they work or not, I don't think there's any specific data set that lend credence to how genuine these things work.
Well, according to this doctor, he says medically it doesn't work, but surgically they have other ways that they can make the penis increase. Now you go for surgery, and then you have some pumping, putting some other things, so that will be medically it doesn't for them.
That's not true. That's not true.
The fact is that how enlarged one's penis is dependent on their genetic potential. In as much as there is genetic potential, there's always the aspect about the environment. So that the environment is invariably going to affect how you manifest your genetic potential. Either it's the diet, the exercise, where you are brought up and all that. That goes a long way to affect the size of the manhood. A little background would be that it's, I don't know if it's a measured data, but it's a considered fact that there are certain races that naturally don't have enlarged penises, whilst other races are more gifted. So, for instance, people of um, Asian origin, those who are either Indians, Japanese, Chinese, naturally may tend to have comparatively smaller manhoods compared to those of us of African descent, people in the Caribbean. So that's where you can give a lot of credence to the genetic aspect of people having bigger sizes compared to others.
Some is basically about self-esteem, you know. And then there's also the demand and supply aspect. So I'll explain. The demand and supply aspect is the fact that some ladies want, I mean, not just anything, but they want a specific size or certain size and above. So it puts pressure on guys to also go in for these things to satisfy what has been demanded of them. So they get that to supply. So that's the demand and supply aspect. And then the self-esteem, you know, sometimes you are with your fellow guys and then there's that conversation ongoing, and you know, it's more like some people are boasting about what they have and what they can do with it, and you feel like you have a finger in between, and you try to also catch up with the trends to, so that in the midst of that conversation you can also, I mean, tell what you have and then all of that. So I think basically these are the main reasons why people will try to go in, I mean, enlarging their mouths. Yeah.
It's not the enlargement that satisfies the woman. It's how you go about the sex that the woman will like it. But some women specifically want the enlargement, not the satisfaction.
I prefer the natural one because having a big penis doesn't mean you can satisfy your woman. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if it is small or big.
No, I don't think I'll allow my man to enlarge his penis to impress me. I like it how it is. If it is small, I'll take it that way. If it's normal, I'll take it that way. But I think penis enlargement will bring other complications that men don't know. So I'll not encourage my man to practice penis enlargement.
I don't think it's very necessary for that penis enlargement, because actually it has a side effect that causes more harm. Especially, you will not see it as young man, but as you are growing up furtherly, you will have some side effect, and I think it is very bad for young guys actually to use those things.
For most men, they feel that manhood is measured by, in some way, the size and length of your penis, so to speak. So the truth is that medically, when it comes to penile enlargement, the essence is not for what off the top of my head we are seeking to address, as in youth having a perception that bigger is better, you know, and people have to undergo surgical procedures to enlarge their penises, not for the essence for which we are having this discussion. It's difficult to draw a link. There are several causes or risk factors for developing prostate, and it's not so much of a stretch to think that some of these creams could, in a way, lead to that. But I mean, the data set is not, you can't validate it. Okay. Indeed, when it comes to manhood and issues of the male sexual organ, if there really genuinely is, there are drugs or enhancements that could be done, then I tell you all that even doctors will be craving for it.
I have to survive, and people are craving for it. They need it. So far as I don't need it, doesn't mean they don't need it.